So there's this place here in Central Florida that is extremely popular and is affordable. That place is called Davenport, Florida. And today I'm going over my top 3 pros to living in Davenport and top 3 cons to living in Davenport. My name is Brandin Johnson. I am a licensed real estate broker here in Central Florida, and I'm going to be your guide today on Davenport. Let's get started. Now, before we get started with my top 3 pros, top 3 cons of the beautiful Davenport, I have a question for you all. Very serious question. Is Champions Gate a part of Davenport, or is Champions Gate its own little city near Davenport? I know you're saying to yourself, yo, you're the real estate expert, you're supposed to know. I have no clue. Please comment below. Okay, top 3 pros to living in Davenport. Number 1, which is all of our favorites, affordability. Look, the median house price in Davenport right now is $353,659 in comparison to the entire nation. The median home price is around $417,700. So you can already see that Davenport is more affordable than the majority of areas in the United States. My next pro is the convenience to everything. You have so many things. I think there's 3 or 4 different Publixes sprinkled in different areas of Davenport. And there's probably more than that. If you're close to the Posner Park area, which is also another pro, you have about 3 different Publixes, I believe, within a 10 to 15 mile radius from there. It's really amazing how many different grocery stores you have. You have a Target, you have a Walmart, you have an Aldi's. I think you even have you have a Winn-Dixie in that area. And I'm in Orlando. There's only one Winn-Dixie. The other one went out of business. So if you like Winn-Dixie, Davenport seems to be the place for you. Next, my last pro to living in Davenport is Davenport's proximity to major cities such as Orlando and Tampa. You get the experience of Orlando and Tampa without having to deal with Orlando and Tampa, right? Which is a big plus, especially if you're like me and you like West Coast beaches, like Anna Maria Island. Have you been to Anna Maria Island? Put it in the comments below. If you haven't, you really need to go. All right, honorable mentions. Let's give some honorable mentions, right? So number 2, I did say the convenience to grocery stores and stuff, but honorable mentions, you're close to Disney, you're close to Legoland, you're close to Island H2O Water Park, you're close to so many things that makes your life much more enjoyable. So what are the negatives to living in Davenport? The number 1 con to living in Davenport, we all know what it is, especially us native Floridians. There's only like 2% of us left. I'm one of them. Is I-4. Absolutely terrible, especially if you're getting on I-4 from the Champions Gate exit. Especially if you're getting in from the Haines City Davenport exit. That I-4 intersection is terrible. It's always jammed and congested, no matter what time it is. I have a friend that lives out in Auburndale. When I go and visit him on the way back home, it's late. It's still congested. It makes absolutely no sense. That should honestly be reason number 1, 2, and 10. It makes absolutely no sense. Number 2 is abysmal public transportation. You can kind of say this for most Florida cities, but Davenport, it's extremely bad. Do not move to Davenport if you do not have any type of transportation. It'll be extremely difficult for you to get around. Davenport is a weird shape of a city anyways. It kind of runs into Haines City, runs into Poinciana, runs into Claremont. And to get to these areas, especially with dealing with I-4, without a car, relying on a bus is going to be terrible. So number 2 would have to be the abysmal public transportation. Number 3, it's really hot, like severely hot. And it's only getting hotter. I feel like, I don't know what's going on. You know, I'm a native Floridian. I know there's only 2% of us left. But I feel like it's getting hotter every single year. And yeah, Davenport is in Florida. Therefore, you are subjected to the extreme heat waves that seem to be constant in the summer, especially in July and August. It gets really bad. If you have any pros and cons that I missed, please add them below and maybe I'll update them in the 2025 edition of Pros and Cons of Living in Davenport. Again, my name is Brandin Johnson. I'm a licensed real estate broker here in Central Florida. If you are looking to relocate to the Davenport area, please comment below and I will be in contact with you very quickly. All right, please like and subscribe for weekly home tour videos and weekly funny videos about Central Florida. Take care.